Wolf Tracks, Episode 1. Welcome to Wolf Tracks. My name is Tree Wolf West, the creator of Wolfsden Home Bar, Cocktails and Cameras. Driving over the Governor Mario Cuomo Bridge right now. Heading upstate to visit my family. Having what we're calling a family reunion. All 5 of my siblings, my dad, a couple cousins from out of state, Texas, Virginia, a couple from upstate. Hopefully we have a good time. Check that out. That's pretty cool. So is this bridge, believe it or not. I like the design. And I kind of like Mario Cuomo. His son is a but that's a whole nother story. We don't talk politics at the Wolf's Den. I mean, sometimes. But here we go. Safe travels. Talk to you guys soon. Welcome back to the Wolf's Den. Heading home from my trip. Had a great time with the family. Like the most amazing time. And right now I just stopped in this. So with the Wolf's Den this weekend, it was Tree Wolf on the Trail, and I was up in Westwood Acres, our family plot with 108 acres of beautiful land. We had a great time. This, by the way, is my Wolf's Den hat. We have merch available in the Wolf's Den Outpost. And had a great time, made some cocktails, probably about, 4 or 5 different cocktails, including, and we had a good ride up until now. I've been on the road for about 3 hours, and now I'm in traffic, which is always the case heading back to Long Island. I have found that though the traditional recipe of a Godfather is 50% amaretto and 50% Scotch whiskey with some dilution involved, I find that is a much too sweet ratio for me and my palate. I made it 7/8 Scotch whiskey and 1/8 amaretto. And what I would do is I would shake it and I would get some nice cold dilution from the ice, and then I would strain that over new ice into a glass. We didn't have glassware there, so I was actually using a large plastic cup, unfortunately, because I forgot my glassware, but it was still pretty good. And watch this. So once again, we're crossing a bridge, but this time there's a lot of traffic. So, like I said, 7/8 Scotch whiskey. I was using Dewar's, and I like Dewar's because it's decent enough to sip, and it's really good for making Godfathers. So I would shake it in my shaker tin, a 2-piece shaker tin, with ice. I would strain it with my Hawthorne strainer, my OXO Hawthorne strainer, and I would strain that into my plastic cup with my fresh ice. Then I would give a little garnish of a Bada Bing cherry, which is a really delicious, I don't believe brandied, but very dark syrup, yummy cherry that I found in Price Chopper upstate. And I'd garnish it with that cherry, and then I actually used a half a orange wheel, and popped that on there so that I could take a bite or two of that as I was enjoying the cocktail. And I noticed that, prior to drinking it, I also added about 3/4 of an ounce of water. And let me tell you something, this was a delicious drink. On top of that, I added 2 to 3, and it was in fact 3 dashes of bitters. And I also made my cousin an old fashioned because he's a straight up neat whiskey drinker. He had Woodford Reserve to drink neat, and I will tell you that he was the only person who I really couldn't satisfy by making a cocktail, because he really didn't want a cocktail. He wanted his Woodford Reserve neat, but he asked me to make him a cocktail. I made him one. I made him an old fashioned with a Bada Bing cherry for a garnish, and a half an orange wheel as well as a garnish. And that was made with Evan Williams bourbon whiskey and some simple syrup and some Angostura bitters. That was also shaken and strained over fresh ice, and it was too sweet for him, even though I only added a tiny bit of syrup. So I couldn't really please him, but he did say it was good. He just preferred his whiskey neat. Made my dad I'm almost gonna say I made my dad a Scotch sour, I'm pretty sure. My sister-in-law, I made a Cosmopolitan, which she enjoyed very much. My sister, Michelle, I don't remember. I believe I made my cousin Dawn a Scotch sour as well, but I made my brother Morris a Godfather, and he liked it more towards the traditional recipe of half and half. I think I went 3/4 Scotch with him and 1/4 amaretto. So anyway, people were happy. They enjoyed the drinks. We had a great time. Camping was best. One of the best trips ever. And hopefully I can add some pictures once my cousins and nieces and nephews and siblings all send me some content. And we'll talk to you soon. Hey, welcome back. About to head over the Frog's Neck Bridge, take that over to the Cross Island Parkway, take that over to the Long Island Expressway, take it home. It's been a very enjoyable weekend. Of course, I missed my family who were not able to be there, but I did enjoy being the traveling bartender out in the middle of a meadow making cocktails for friends and family. I will tell you that there are several items on the agenda, one being make a lot more content for my YouTube channel in terms of cocktail recipes, mocktail recipes, as well as syrup recipes, how to not only make them, but also to enlighten my viewers to the history of whatever cocktail, mocktail, syrup, tincture, method, tool, whatever it is that I'm going to be discussing and featuring. I want you all to benefit from the history of it. And then I would also like to do a couple of camera lessons on how to photograph this for your social media or just for your memory when you make your own home bar cocktails. After that, I am going to be creating a cocktail guide that's going to be offered as a course that will teach everyone and anyone who wants to become their own home bar bartender how to start simply from the basics all the way to the advanced. And my aim is to demystify the magic of mixology and cocktail making for you, for anyone who has interest in it, who thinks it's too difficult or too complex or too mysterious. We're going to take care of that for you. Pretty nice. I always told my daughter going over this bridge that frogs don't have necks. I will say I didn't make that up because I heard my brother Martin tell it to me every time we'd go on our trips to and from Oneonta. And any other time we left the island together. When we were going over the Frog's Neck Bridge, the frogs don't have necks. It seemed to make sense to me. Beautiful bridge over there, nice sky. And we're coming up to the Cross Island exit. I'm going to let you go. But yes, the course that I'm going to offer is going to start from the very basics. I'm going to talk about tools. I'm going to talk about ice. I'm going to talk about preparing citrus, washing it, peeling it, pressing it, oleosaccharum osmosis techniques. I'm going to talk about syrups. I'm going to talk about how to make them so delicious you'll never ever buy Rose's Grenadine again. Trust me when I tell you, we've got good things coming up. So, Wolf Tracks episode 3, and over and out. Feel free to leave in the comments any cocktail, mocktail, any technique, any bar tool, any syrup, anything cocktail related. Leave a comment below. Ask me anything you want. I will do my best, my very best to answer you in a timely fashion. And if there are any cocktails that you want a video of me making for you, just let me know.